Hi there, Chris here with just a tip for you guys. You can see here I have a little plastic spoon ready to go, and I have some TurboDork blue raspberry on here. Now it's kind of hard to see the color shifting. This is a color shift paint. You can kind of see there's some purple reflection there in the bottom of it, and to the eye this thing is just shining all sorts of blue and purple back at me, but unfortunately on the camera it doesn't quite do it justice. But anybody who's picked up this stuff has asked me about shading and highlighting it. And so really quickly here, I am going to show you guys kind of basically what not to use, because I know a lot of people have asked me, well, can you mix colors with the color shifts to get highlights and such? And I've talked about it in the past about, you know, basically keeping your highlights to like edgings and recess shadings and things of that nature. But I'm going to show you guys really quickly exactly kind of like what not to do kind of thing here. I'm going to use a Cyan, which is essentially just this calf blue forge roll clear color, but otherwise plasma fluid and Minotaur. That's a very common one these days to use. Basically gives you the same thing. And so really quickly, I'm just going to load up my brush, and I'm going to hit this along the bottom edge of the surface. And so I have a little bit loaded up into my brush here. I'm using a Patriot 105, and I'm spraying it around 20 psi. I'm going to spray just along the bottom edge here, just so that we get the kind of impression of a shadow. So as you can see, I've laid a little of that blue down, creating a shadow, but as you can see, there's no more purple shining back at you. So that effectively has killed that color shifting property. You can see there on the nose or the tip of the spoon, you can still see it kind of comes back purple. To the eye, this blue has become very dominant on the surface, and basically we've just created a blue metallic. And I mean, like, if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, great. But otherwise, yeah, it's not really the ideal way to shade this particular product. So as I mentioned before, I'm using TurboDork's blue raspberry. You can see on the label here, yeah, kind of, you can see some of the purple shining back there up in the upper right corner. It's reflecting off my skin, but it's shining back with a little bit of purple. Anywho, this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use about 3 drops of this, and then I'm going to use 3 drops of Pearly Gates. Now this is basically silver, and you can see there it's just a really bright metallic silver. It does have a bit of a white quality to it, which is kind of why some people might think that they might want to use this as a highlighting color for this stuff, but it's not really the ideal thing you want to do. Knowing that this is the effect that's going to give will help you in the long run. Okay, so I've mixed up the color in roughly a 1-to-1. And basically I'm going to just lay it down here on the end cap, just kind of like I would like if I was going to highlight this. And so as you can see, I've laid it down, and we've already got kind of this highlight scheme going on, but you'll see at the nose how a lot of the color is not there anymore. And to my eye, when you're looking at this in person, you lose a lot of that color shifting ability. So when you're using these color shift paints, you want to keep your shadows and your highlights very, very minimal. Again, recess shades and edge highlighting is really kind of the way to go. Also, you want to finish off these surfaces with a gloss varnish, just so you get a nice shine and keep that metallic luster, and you'll get the most out of your color shift paints. These are the TurboDork, and again, you know, I mean, I wish I could display it a lot better, but yeah, the color shifting property, you can probably see on the nose there's no purple shining through. And this was with a 1-to-1 mix. So that's it. That's a bit of a cautionary tale for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that other usual YouTube goodness, and I will see you guys in the next video, where I probably will take a look at applying the color shift paints by brush.